Ambassador, can you confirm that there is direct talks between Russia and Ukraine in Turkey somewhere to confirm the Black Sea ceasefire? And will there be another Black Sea grain initiative?
Nothing that I
Nothing?
know anything about.
Okay.
Ambassador, thank you. President Trump said earlier today that a ceasefire is close, that it's coming. How would you evaluate these comments, and how do you evaluate the U.S.-Russia negotiations going at this moment?
Look, I cannot speak on behalf of President Trump. Perhaps he knows better. What I don't know, how close are we to the ceasefire, is a big question to me personally, because, as I said, we had an attempt on a limited ceasefire on energy infrastructure, which was not observed by the Ukrainian side. So in these circumstances, to speak about ceasefire is simply unrealistic at this stage. And today we were asked at the consultations whether we would be ready for a comprehensive ceasefire. We said that there are big issues with the comprehensive ceasefire, because we remember Minsk agreements, how they were misused and abused to prepare Ukraine for the confrontation, and they were completely in non-compliance with the Minsk agreements from day one. Secondly, given the current situation with the current ceasefire, we doubt that anything else will work. And thirdly, who will be monitoring this ceasefire? These are questions that have no answers.
Ambassador, the German government is contemplating giving Taurus missiles to Ukraine. If this does occur, do you believe that this would involve Germany directly into the war? And if I have,
it will.
It
will.
If I may, just one more question. The Trump administration is threatening military action if they don't reach negotiations with Iran. How do you evaluate this in general, the threat of using military force against Iran?
I know that I hear from the news that negotiations between the U.S. and Iran are ongoing, and we hear from the White House that the preferred option for President Trump is to reach a solution, a political solution on it. Hope that will be the case.
Could you elaborate a little bit on Germany being involved with these
Yes,
missiles?
if Germany is involved one way or the other, NATO is involved in this conflict. We said it openly. I mean, they are waging a war against Russia with the help of their proxies. If they supply Taurus, that will be another step in the direction of escalation.
Mr. Ambassador, on the topic of Iran, would Russia be open to taking Iran's uranium stockpile as part of the negotiations between the U.S. and Iran?
What do you mean?
The 60% uranium stockpile, like Russia did during the JCPOA, would Russia be willing to accept that as part of the negotiations between?
Iran exports the nuclear fuel that has been utilized to Russia a long time. It was within the JCPOA package. First we have to understand how the situation around Iran and the deal will fare. Hopefully, as I said, it will be a political solution on acceptable terms to both sides. Iran has its own interests, including in the peaceful nuclear development, as they say all the time, and they have the full right for it. And the other side wants to make sure that this is peaceful, which Iran confirms at any particular moment when it is being asked about.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Always nice to see you.
Somebody wanted. You're speaking. Yeah, of course.
Thank you. There was a meeting today between U.S. and European officials focused on Ukraine. What would Russia like to see come out of that meeting that could hopefully lead to some kind of a cessation of hostilities?
we would like the Europeans to stop arming Ukraine and encouraging it to continue the conflict, to convince it to accept the conditions that would lead to resolving of this crisis. So far, we don't see it, neither on the level of the European Commission or the European Union or individual European countries. They are all belligerent. Many of them, most of them, are belligerent. They don't talk peace. They want Ukraine to continue. Where it will lead Ukraine, they don't care, I'm afraid, because it leads it to an abyss.
And if that happened, would Russia immediately halt its military activities and ask its military partners to halt their arms shipments to Russia?
Look, you are now again referring back to the question of the comprehensive ceasefire. I already answered that question. So far, we are not in the situation where we can seriously discuss comprehensive ceasefire.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Do you think that any ceasefire that could be reached between Russia and Ukraine should be supported by Security Council product, for example, a resolution?
Let's see. We have one resolution that calls for ending the conflict, which was adopted at the initiative of the United States. What will be necessary if we reach any kind of agreement, we'll see in the Council. That all depends on what will be the terms of the eventual ceasefire and what will be the language of the product to which you are referring. Thank you very much.
Ambassador, last question. Can you please? Oh yes. Can you please give us any update about Russia's presence in Syria? If the Russia's troop is still in Syria, and can you tell us, is there any dialogue between Russia and transitional government in Syria?
There is a dialogue between Russia and transitional government. You know that our special envoy visited Syria. Our president spoke to the transitional leader. Our military are where they were. So we were talking to the current Syrian government. Yes. Thank you.